Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Today we are looking at Wyrdvane Psykers.
That is a great name.
Yeah, well, Weird is the warp. So, Warpvane Psykers.
So basically, they're a weird psyker.
Yeah, they're Warp Psyker, basically, that's what it means. I believe it's Fenrisian, the weird. The weirding way is Fenrisian in origin, isn't it?
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I believe it is. But that's besides the point. These guys are sanctioned psychers. Quick backstory. You already know this, don't you? Yeah. Right. Psykers, these black ships of the Mechanicus go around the universe, going to the worlds of the Imperium of Man, saying, "Is anyone here a psyker?" And the Adeptus Arbitus will go around the hives and the townships of every single world, and they will collect together people who have mild psychic ability. And the reason they do this is if you let normal unsanctioned psykers wander around, they might think of something strange and a warp entity come out of their eye.
Yep, and then you have a problem.
Then you've got a problem. You've got real bad stuff happening. Whole worlds have been lost due to that. Right, so the Imperium quite wisely gathers all the psykers together, sticks them on a big black ship, and periodically they return to Earth when their holds are full. And they get to meet the Emperor, and then get their life force sucked dry by him and thrown onto a pile of corpses. Because the Emperor is a vampire, basically. All hail the Emperor. God Emperor and everything. Right. Now, some psykers appear to have a little bit more control. Some psykers have even more control. They become the Adeptus Custodians and things like that, or they go on to join Space Marine chapters as librarians and all that. But the real dross, the sort of lowest level psykers that end up on the battlefield are these guys, the Wyrdvane Psyker. These are a psychic choir. They're not good enough to operate on their own. Their ability to use the warp is really small. Now, I'll run this one very quickly by you. Now, when I originally explained this unit when we did the unboxing video, I was talking about the rules, which is where you get 1d6 per psyker, making a normal psyker out of 3 psykers. That's 7th. Now in 8th, they don't work like that. In 8th, you only roll 1 dice, but for every 3 psykers in a unit, you plus 1.
Ah, okay.
So you only have 1 psychic power. 1 psychic chance and 1 deny the witch. But you roll 1 dice and you plus 1 to it.
Plus 2.
Or plus 2 if you've got 6 psykers, right. Or plus, keep going. Just keep going. Just have huge units of psykers that have d6 plus 6 psykers with a huge unit of psykers. And the good thing about this is because all 3 psykers are now so low, they cannot roll a double.
Oh, right.
So these are actually the safest psykers to use in 40k. They cannot fail.
That's why they're on the battlefield.
Yes, absolutely brilliant.
They're so bad, they can't even call warp entity.
Yes. Now, originally, back in 7th, you had a commissar walking around with these guys. And you had 3 dice, 1 for each, and if you rolled a double, then the commissar executed 1 or 2 of them. Right? Because they're the ones that just summon a warp entity. In this one, it doesn't happen. So, problem solved.
That saves your points, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's quite good. They carry a las pistol and a force stave. Not as good as it sounds, strength 4 weapon. Actually, as Imperial Guard, it's pretty good. Las pistol's a las pistol. We all know about las pistols.
Yeah.
They are not particularly tough, they're not particularly good at shooting, they're not particularly good at anything, to be honest. And, well, I wouldn't even bother buying the unit if I were you, because it's pretty useless. Unless you get yourself 2 or 3 packs of these things, and then you can do something with them. So, psychic powers, they have access to. Do you want to know psychic powers?
Two of the worst ones.
Yeah, it's from the Imperial Guard list. So they're all the standards standard fare, really. There's nothing special about them. They've got smite, terrifying visions. Oh no, the enemy might be scared. -2 to their leadership. Run away! Right, gaze of the emperor. That's actually the one that you like the most, which is you have a line of sight, and anything on the line of sight gets mortal wound.
Yes. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you need to roll a 6 to get that.
Ah, I only got 1 dice.
You only got 1 dice with a +1. Psychic barrier. Yeah, +1 to your save rolls.
Great.
Yeah, that's amazing, though, isn't it? Yeah, just give all your troops flak armor or something.
I mean, I guess you could do that for Space Marines, then they just can't die.
Actually, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Space Marines would turn into Terminators.
Well, no, it'd be 1+ save. It's mine 2+ save.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No,
My
no.
Primaries and Sisters.
Your intercessors. Why do you consider your intercessors your only Space Marines?
Because they're the best ones.
They're only, not
all they
the
gotta
only
do,
Space
all they gotta do
Marines.
is get them to do that to them, and they can't die unless they're immortal.
Right, Night Shroud, which again, -1 enemy shooting. Wow.
Right.
Mental Fortitude. Enemy within 12 inches automatically passes. Friend within 12 inches automatically passes a leadership test.
Great.
Yeah, so you got to know the unit that's going to fail morale for a start before you use it, and Psychic Maelstrom, which is where you roll a 2+ and wound, and a 3+ and wound, and a 4+ and wound. But if you fail, you fail. Again, I wouldn't even bother with this unit. Now I've got the unit because we're both buying a unit for both our armies, because I wanted to look like a traditional Imperial Guard unit, and they fit in with law. So that's why I'm getting them, because they're a traditional unit. But I'd probably only get them for fun on the battlefield, really, because they're useless.
If you know it's a losing battle, just get them for fun.
Yeah, I mean, they have no psychic powers that can really affect who wins a game. They can't even take out a vehicle. They might scare the vehicle, I don't know. But yeah.
Then you have librarians.
Yes, and yeah, librarians who can teleport across the battlefield, drag ships from space, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you've got some good librarians, you have. Yeah,
that's all because of Roberto Gilbert. So.
Yes, you're using Roberto Gilbert's psychic list.
Teleport.
What do they call your parent chapter? The Marines Errant get teleport, which is like the best skill ever. You can just teleport your troops around the battlefield.
Oh no, the tune is about to overrun us.
Teleport, yeah. And you've won quite a few games by Errant teleporting.
Yeah, the zombies are everywhere.
Yeah, just teleport off the map and fine. Yeah. I don't like your...
Apart from the time about one of the Psykers I was trying to save ended up, well, you know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, the navigator almost spawned a demon.
My Imperial Fist Psyker is quite good. Unfortunately, everything is based around standing still and not moving. Because they're the stone men, the Imperial Fists. And so all the skills are around defence and standing still and being strong. And +2 to your strength and +2 to your toughness. And wow, that's great.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
That's great.
Whereas you just electrocute people, blow people up, teleport people into walls, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, sounds like me.
So have we got anything to add about this video?
No, not really.
No, they're rubbish. Don't buy them. But they're great figures, absolutely brilliant figures, and they look great. The trench coats completely fit in with my army because my entire army is in trench coat. So they just fitted in so well, and they're just a cool figure. They're just good, and I like them. But as an actual unit,
no, thank you.
It only costs.
I'm just gonna buy the librarian.
Yeah, the points it costs, you can afford to buy them.
Yeah, think about it.
As
if you could buy 7 of them, will they then 7 packs of them because it's 1 each?
Yeah.
Would that be equivalent to a librarian then?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't have any decent skills. So even if you had 7 of them, it wouldn't make any difference because you still only get. What are you going to do? Terrifying visions, people. Be scared of me. Be scared of me. Be scared of me. That's it. That's all you're going to do. And that's hardly worth. It's not worth it. I mean, if you did have 7, what you could do is put them all over the battlefield and have lots of individual.
One day I was going to get an army full of 10 librarians. See what happens.
You can with there's a which. In the book, Desolation of Baal, just this baby here, Desolation of Baal. Does that annoy you?
Want to put special effects on as well?
Special effects, Desolation of Baal. In this book, I'll just show you something else while I'm here, because this is awesome. This guy, look at him. That guy. He nice. Still a Tyranid. Anyway, sorry, I got a sidetrack there for a second.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. In the book Desolation of Baal, shall I show it you again? Shall I show them? Do you want to see it
I've
again?
never seen it.
He's here. Yeah. In the book Desolation of Baal, they get all the librarians. They get together 15 chapters, all descended from the Blood Angels, and they get all 15 chapters on this world on Baal to stand against the Tyranid High Fleet. And they get all the librarians from every single chapter and put them into one squad.
Oh God.
Yeah, and there's this bit where the librarians have gone out to this mine where they mine the gemstones, where the you know the blood
Yes,
things
yes.
that the angels have. Well, they're actually psychic, and there's this old dwarf mine, squat mine, which is where they'll come from. The planet was originally built by squats. Just forget about it. Don't worry about it. But these stones were mined from there, and they go down there. And there's the odd Tyranid trying to attack them as they stood outside the doors. And all these Psykers, all these librarians, all these head librarians are stood in a circle, and they're just blasting away with their guns. They're not using psychic powers. And one of the other librarians points out that this is probably the most powerful tactical squad in the universe. It's a squad entirely made up of head librarians. It was brilliant.
That was so cool.
Yeah, so as you said, could you have a squad of librarians? Yes.
I mean, could you just have an army?
Yes, well, yeah, because what you do is you get your successor chapters and you get your librarian from each successor chapter.
I feel like I have like Ultramarines and Marines aren't.
Well, all the Ultramarine successor chapters, you've got the Silver Skulls, you've got the Rainbow Warriors, you've got the...
What?
Rainbow Warriors, are they called?
Rainbow Warriors, what?
Yeah, they used to have, their helmet used to be in the rainbow colours. like
Okay.
a certain flag.
I think someone writing a certain book was very imaginative.
Oh, this is 1989, this is long before modern Marxism. So it's long before that stuff came about. And yeah, you've got lots of chapters which came from the... In fact, in the Great Work, there is a squad made up of each of the different chapters that are descendant chapters of the Ultramarines. Sort of like one or two guys from each chapter. And they make up Belisarius' squad guard.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So they're all in different livery. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. But anyway, that's all besides the point. But the question you're asking, yes, you can make a full squad of librarians. Now, the rules won't want you to, because that would be... Aren't librarians a HQ choice? Yeah, so you get 5 HQ slots in a big game. You can only have 5 librarians, technically.
That's enough.
But if you did it that way, you would class the librarians as a command... as
Troops.
No, as
elites.
Yeah, so you'd fill your elite squads up with them. But you'd have to arrange with whoever you're playing with to let you do it.
No one's going to let us.
And you'd have to also buy enough librarians to fill it out. And librarians set you back, what, 20 quid on average? 15, 20 quid?
That'd be a rich person.
Yeah. I mean, my librarians for my Blood Angels, which I haven't even unboxed yet, they're going to look pretty awesome when they're done. But yeah, that's not besides the point. Oh, and also, there are a few other chapters that do it too, the White Scars. They don't use librarians, they use Rune Priests. Not Rune Priests, that's the Space Wolves. Yeah, the White Scars use Shaman. So they're not legally librarians, so you can technically have a squad of 5 Shaman. So that's a squad of 5 librarians, but they're not full librarians, technically, but in the game they would be, wouldn't they? Because there's no levels of, like, you know, they're all librarians. Librarians are librarian. And the same with the Space Wolves actually can field squads of librarians as well, because they're not librarians, they're
Shame.
they're Rune Priests. Yeah, so they're weird priests. So, yeah, there's ways around it. That means technically any successor chapter of said unit can, except the Imperial Fists, who have extremely strict usage of there's no way they would allow a unit of librarians.
They can't screw themselves over.
Yeah, they want absolutely no way. Yeah, all the successor chapters arrive together. Shall we unite the librarians? No, absolutely not. Right. Anyway, yeah. So great unit. Feel free to buy it if you want. The figures look great, but game terms, they're cheap.
You can put them on display.
You could put them on display, put them as part of your command unit, or just put them out in the middle of nowhere where they can hopefully roll a 6. Might kill something off. So it might scare something. I might make it take a leadership test, possibly, maybe. Maybe give your Imperial Guardsman a 4+ save roll.
Hey,
how about that? That's not bad, is it? Yeah. Other than that, they're pretty pointless. They just support the support troops. That's it, at best. And but they're cheap. They're cheap. Really, really, really cheap. So there you go. So that's it. Outro.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the. You say.
Well, Wyrdvane Psykers.
Yeah. And make sure to press the bell icon. That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.